Okay, so what on earth does a company that takes care of trees have to do with human nutrition? I mean, they seem like two totally different worlds, right? But believe it or not, there's this powerful, kind of hidden connection between them, and it's rooted in the very soil right under our feet. So let's dig into this unlikely story and see how it all connects.
Yeah, let's just put the main puzzle right out there on the table. How does a family business that spends its days pruning branches and taking care of tree stumps end up launching a company that's all about superfoods? It's a really good question, and it gets right to the heart of a much, much bigger story.
So, at the center of all this, you've got two companies founded by the same couple, Charlie and Vicky English. On one side, there's their family business of over 30 years, English Tree Service. And eventually, they branched out, as they like to say, to create pure family nutrition. The mission? To take care of the very families that sit in the shade of the trees they service.
So where does this whole journey even begin? Well, it doesn't start with a business plan or a big idea. It actually starts with something really disturbing they started noticing, a kind of sickness that was spreading all around them in places they never expected. For the Englishes, the first alarm bells started ringing at their tree service. I mean, their phones were just ringing off the hook. It was call after call about trees that were getting sick, declining, and sometimes even dying decades before they were supposed to. This wasn't just a bad season or something. This was a pattern, and it was deeply troubling. And this is where the story takes a really chilling turn. They started seeing the exact same patterns of sickness and decline, but this time it was in the people they knew. Their friends, their family, their community. It was like the same story was playing out, just in people instead of plants.
So as they're trying to make sense of all of this, one word kept popping up in their research: glyphosate. You probably know it as the main ingredient in Roundup. It's one of the most common herbicides on the entire planet, sprayed on farm fields absolutely everywhere.
And for Vicky English, this discovery became deeply, deeply personal. You see, her very first job, right out of high school, was as a flagger for crop dusters. She was the one guiding the planes as they sprayed these exact chemicals. Back then, she loved the job. But now, realizing she was part of this huge system without knowing the consequences, well, she's just heartbroken about it.
So what they started to uncover was this vicious cycle, what they call the big food/pharma trap. Here's kind of how it works. Step 1. Chemicals like glyphosate get sprayed all over our crops, which just depletes the soil and gets into our food. Step 2, we eat that food. Step 3, this whole system messes with our gut health, which can lead to all sorts of diseases. And then, Step 4, we get prescribed medications that just keep us in this repeating cycle of sickness. All of this led them to a major scientific revelation, and this is what connects everything: the sick trees, the sick people, the chemicals. It's this incredible connection between the soil under our feet and the health deep inside our bodies.
Okay, now check this out, because this is where it gets really mind-blowing. Healthy soil is just teeming with billions of microbes. It's a whole ecosystem. And guess what? Our gut, our digestive system, is also an ecosystem, and it's teeming with trillions of microbes. They realized that the health of the soil is basically a mirror for the health of our own gut. It's wild.
But here's the problem, right? Modern farming, with its massive use of chemicals, is basically destroying all that rich life in our soil. And that creates a huge domino effect. You get depleted soil, which leads to less nutritious plants, and when we eat those plants, well, our own gut health suffers. We're essentially starving that inner ecosystem.
And there was another huge connection, one they knew inside and out from their work with trees. It's this beautiful, simple cycle between us and them. We breathe out carbon dioxide, which they need, and they breathe out the oxygen that we literally need to live. It's a physical, undeniable link between our health and the health of the planet.
So all these pieces of the puzzle were starting to come together. The sick trees, the sick people, the science of the soil got connection. But they felt like there was one final unifying idea that would just make it all click into place. So, what was it? What was that final light bulb moment that connected their decades of work with trees, their own personal history, and all this new knowledge into one single idea? For the English family, the ultimate answer came from this verse in the book of Genesis. It's a simple sentence, but it is incredibly profound. That man was formed from the dust from the ground.
And that was it. That was the key. All of a sudden, everything made perfect sense. We aren't just living on the earth, we are fundamentally made from the earth. Our health is totally tied to the health of the soil because, in a very real way, we are the soil. It really points to this intricate design, this beautiful connection between us, the planet, and our Creator.
A powerful realization like that isn't something you can just ignore. For them, it wasn't just some interesting idea, it was a call to action. It inspired them to go from just understanding the problem to actually building a solution.
And that solution is Pure Family Nutrition. They partnered up with Purium, which is a real leader in superfoods, to give people the tools to fight back against that cycle we talked about. Their whole goal is to help people build up resilience to all these environmental toxins by offering nutrient-dense foods. They even have a product specifically designed to help reduce glyphosate in the body. For them, it's really a mission to get the word out so other people can make informed choices about their health.
So if this story resonates with you and you want to learn more, you can check out their websites. It's either englishtreeservice.com or purefamilynutrition.com. And they've also given us a special discount code to share. It's 3John2. That's the number 3, the name John, and the number 2.
And that really brings us to our final thought for today. This whole incredible journey, from caring for sick trees all the way to a deeper understanding of our own biology, it leaves us with a really powerful question. If our health, our very being, is truly rooted in the soil, what will we choose to cultivate? Not just in our gardens, but in our bodies and in our world.